Here we are, video number 8, our last lesson in the ZLC Fast Start. And I'll shoot straight with you. This is a recap. This is the things you need to do. So I want you to get your pen out, your piece of paper out, and I want you to start checking these things off, because we're going to talk about the things that you need to accomplish and have already done. If you're at this point, this is where you start checking these off. So at the end of the first 30 days, here's what you should have done at the end of the first 30 days. You should have taught each of these programs: building your best you, building winning relationships, and goal setting and achievement. You should have taught them to your family and friends, those who would not normally be a paying customer. This gives you practice. Remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You can break them down. If you can do them in the first 30 days, that's awesome. Even if it takes you a little bit longer and you have them scheduled within the first 30 days, maybe you're going to do some in the second 30 days, that's okay. But we need you to take immediate action so that you can reinforce what you've learned and actually put into practice these things. Then you need to have your web presence up. In the first 30 days, your ZiglarCertified.com website should be ready, done, ready to put your pictures on, all the content that's yours and uniquely yours, the video, all those things should be done. Because at the end of the 30 days, when you start talking about your workshop that you're going to have, you're going to want to point people to your website. You're going to want to point people somewhere where they can register from you. You should have secured a location and a date for your first paid engagement. So in that first 30 days, you leave headquarters, you go home, you scan the area, you do some research, you find out where's the best location to hold a paid-for workshop. You contact that venue, that hotel, you look at some dates about 120 days later, and you secure that date. And once again, remember, your goal is a room 30 to 60 people. You want to pay about $500. It needs to be a professional environment that'll allow you to use PowerPoint and a group presentation, because you want to do a first-class workshop. You should have mastered the Ziglar Performance Formula presentation by the end of the first 30 days. You've got it on video in its entirety. You heard the presentation at the class. You have the PowerPoints to follow through with it. You want to practice this over and over again. Now, one of the things that I highly recommend in this is that as you go out to your mentor and advisor group, the people who support you, who you've sought information from and support from in the past, why don't you do this? Why don't you do a napkin presentation with them? How does that work? So let's just say that there is a mentor that who's really helped you in the past. Maybe they're a few years older than you, they have more experience than you, and from time to time in your career, you've sought them out. So you call them up. You say, hey, you may have heard that I'm a Ziglar Legacy Certified Trainer. I'd like to meet with you, a cup of coffee, lunch, whatever the situation is. I want to bring you up to date and just share with you some things, and I got a question to ask you. So you have that lunch, that coffee, whatever, and you just look them in the eye and you say, I'm really excited about this. It's part of my dream to be able to do this, and this is going to take me closer to my dream. And at Ziglar, they have this thing called the Ziglar Performance Formula, and I'd like to share it with you on this napkin. It takes about 5 minutes when you do a napkin talk, and I just want your feedback on it. Do you think it's good? I mean, does it make sense to you? Has your experience bared this out? I've done this probably 15 times now, maybe 20, maybe more than that. And every time I do it, by the time I get to the 3 times the 3 times the 3, the person I'm sharing it with in a one-on-one session, they're adding to the presentation. They're buying in. They're selling me on it. So if you have a mentor and advisor that you can go to in the first 30 days and do that napkin presentation with them, it's going to lift your confidence. They might even say, hey, you need to bring that into our company. We would benefit from that. You need to book at least 2 Ziglar Performance Formula presentations in the first 30 days to your who, okay? So remember, we're taking our who list and we're looking at, our family and friends, and then our mentors and advisors, and then our prospects, people who could actually book us. You need to go through the association leaders and businesses who could benefit from the true performance or the performance formula presentation. You need to contact them, share this with them, and book 2 events in those first 30 days. It doesn't mean that you have to do those events in the first 30 days, but you should have them scheduled already. Because remember, the goal is to actually perform 10 of these free presentations before your live paid-for workshop that you're trying to fill up, that paid-for seminar you're trying to fill up. So those are the things you got to do in the first 30 days. Now, every 30 days, you want to book 2 to 4 new Ziegler Performance Formula presentations. These can be in a company, they can be one-on-one, they can be for an association or a group. Do that every month. That's the thing that you roll on every single month. So now you're rocking and rolling. You got your first paid event going. Every group is going to hear about your 3 courses that you're able to go out and teach. They're going to know who you are as an individual, the passion that you have of helping people and companies improve the personal and professional performance. They're going to know your experience and expertise from whatever industry or background you come from. It's a powerful combination. This is the summary. This is it. This is what you've got to do to get started, to get going. There's other ways to have a fast start. There's many paths to take. We believe in this one. Why? Because it's centered on the needs of the people in the room. It's focused on that near marketing concept. That if we can connect with a business who has customers and we can help that business's customers grow, then that customer is going to benefit from that. That person, their business is going to grow. And all those customers are going to want more information from you. Why? Because you poured life into them. You helped them go to the next level. We have a lot of support opportunities with this. We want to help you and coach you through this. I hope this has been of value to you, and we look forward to hearing your comments. So any comment you have on this, go to the ZLC alumni page on Facebook and start posting comments. You can say, hey, in video number 4, I have this question. What does that mean? Myself, the Ziegler team, and other ZLC alumni will pitch in with the answers. Let's grow and make this all that it can be. Let's change the world. I'm so grateful that you are part of the Ziegler Legacy Certification team, that you're adopted into the family, and that you can take this message into the world and literally impact lives at all levels all over the world.